Welcome everyone to this week's edition of Where is Your Stop? It is February 11th, 2015. Coming at you a little late today as a busy day with meetings and conferences and everything else. But as always, looking forward to bringing you the best. And so, in this past week in the Hawking Perspective, we ended up highlighting some of the news around natural food producers and grocers. And so, obviously, whenever most people think of that, they're thinking of Whole Foods, right? And so, Whole Foods for us has been on an extremely long uptrend for quite some time, ever since really 2000 and middle of 2009, and just continued to ride up, and then finally ended up getting a sell signal at the end of 2013, and had it end up going with it, and so ended up in 2013 at the very end of December getting short, and obviously it ended up turning out all right. The news around Whole Foods was essentially that there's a lot of competition in the marketplace, and they were going to be stealing a lot of that margin and a lot of that market share. So Whole Foods ended up having a drop and continuing to go down, and then all of a sudden, Whole Foods essentially changed the game around November in 2014, and so not a huge gain on the downside after such a quality move on the upside, but now all of a sudden, as we zoom in here, the story changed, and participants changed in it, and so we had this large gap here, and to which we stayed outside of the noise, and we've had this very gradual move, very just absolute smooth discovery of potential new value in the marketplace as Whole Foods continues to discover and find this story. Obviously, we have this gap all the way up here around 64, and so that could be where the market is generally going back to hunt until maybe we see some downside pressure. But as you can see, we are moving up kind of in lockstep, very smooth, along with the volume, volatility, and price action. So where we go from here, obviously nobody necessarily knows, but we are where our stop is currently outside of the noise. If we were to retrace all the way back down to here, that's kind of a loss of extreme value in relation to the upside buying pressure that occurred, especially given the volume as well. So with the new announcement in terms of the earnings announcement that just came out this afternoon, and the overnight pop of about 3.8% that's occurring right now, probably Whole Foods is continuing to once again make higher highs and higher lows. That's the definition of a trend. So always something unique out there, especially as the world gravitates around that whole commodity picture. Different plays in different sectors, guys, and so always got to be cognizant of the signals that are firing off right now. All right, to helping you stay outside the noise and to beating random. Looking forward to talking with you next week.